Hello, my name is Edward Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I think a lot of people try to promote in self-help and things like that, and that's positive mental attitude. What's right up here? Your outlook on things. I wanted to take it from a slightly different approach than most, sort of take the woo-woo out of it, the magic out of it. I want to explain this in a way that just because you're not necessarily a spiritual or would call yourself an enlightened individual, you can still see the relative social science behind what a positive attitude can offer an individual who has that mindset. And I'm not talking about law of attraction. I'm not talking about, like I said, anything beyond the veil. I'm just talking about physical, what's right in front of us, what a positive attitude can do for you. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and hey, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So a positive mental attitude is something that someone takes out with them into the world. You get out of bed, everything's roses, whether you're going to work that day or got to go shovel up your driveway. I mean, it's not every day can be perfect, but it's how you look at things. And I think there's varying degrees of wellness in one's life. Do you have a partner that you're over the moon, head over heels for? Do you have that job that you want? Are you doing what you want to do today? Maybe not. But there's still levels of what I would call baseline perfection and what we can get down to just baseline positivity. Maybe you aren't in your ideal situation. I'm not where I want to be necessarily in every aspect of my life, but I still get up every day thankful just for being alive. And I know that might seem trite. It's very baseline here, but I mean, even just having my health. When I have a cold and I'm all stuffed up, it's hard to even make videos. That bums me out and gets me down, and I have the small thought of, oh, well, did you appreciate your health enough when you had it? You never really appreciate something till it's gone, that kind of thing. So I just try to appreciate everything I do have in my life, the blessings, big and small, thankful for your family, thankful for opportunities in your day, maybe financial opportunities that would open up for you. And what I'm saying about that mindset is, whether you think it's going to or not, it's going to attract more. And again, I'm not talking about the secret law of attraction, that kind of thing. Let me put it like this way. I know people who are very negative in life. I think they wake up every day with a bee in their bonnet and they want to go out there and just seem to cause havoc. I think it's the misery loves company mentality where they go, well, I'm miserable, but that person's miserable and that person's having a bad time too. So we're all in it together. I'm the opposite. I would rather walk into a room and pump somebody up. I would say, if you really want to get right down to it, what do I want to do with my life? I love helping people, but honestly, when I see the biggest turnaround in somebody's day, I call it pumping up their tires. You comment on somebody's appearance, maybe they're doing something real good, they did some work for you, and you just really, more than just a payday, more than just a thank you. You really get in there and pump somebody up and make them feel good. And that brightens their day. And that again gets back to the positive mental attitude of your day and putting out that positive energy. Let's say, again, no spirituality, no beyond the veil kind of stuff. I'm talking about just bare bones basics here. You go out in the world with a positive attitude, a light in your eyes and a smile on your face, people are going to be naturally drawn to you. Just on the other side of the coin, if you walk out in the world with a scowl on your face, looking miserable, no one's going to want to approach you, no one's going to want to talk to you, and no one's going to want to help you. So let's say you are someone who maybe could use a helping hand. Maybe you're somebody who's looking for your partner. Going out in the world with a positive attitude, even though you don't necessarily have it all going on, you don't really have everything that you want or where you want to be, that attitude is not going to bring those things to you. Going out in the world with a positive attitude will attract things to you. Just again, from the science of people seeing your face, seeing that you have a song in your heart, and people being attracted to that. So I find a lot of people who are miserable in life, they continue to be miserable in their life, and they seem to push away and project that, they don't look at the center of the circle where it's them. It's everything around them. It's everybody's out to get them. And I think if you just look in the mirror and say, well, I'm going out with this horrible attitude that everybody's out to get me. I've got a miserable face, a scowl on my face. Maybe I'm not projecting the right energies to attract anything I want. So again, the miserable people I know are usually miserable because they go out miserable. The people I know who are happy in life, maybe they don't have everything they want. They're not wealthy, but they go out with a positive attitude and look for the small pleasures in life, the small joys that can just pump you up and make you feel good. I think you attract other people into your life who see you as a friendly person, who see you as a comfort zone and want to get to know you. If you're looking for relationships out there, that is the absolute best way to put yourself out there with a positive attitude to attract that like mind. Birds of a feather flock together and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you have to ignore your situation that you're in if things aren't going great for you, but going out into the world every day and treating every day like a gift, even if you're in a struggle. There's this silly meme online. It's a drawing of Optimus Prime from Transformers, and it's done in pencil crayons. It's very cute. It's very hilarious. I think he's given a thumbs up, and he says, everything is probably going to be okay. And I put that on my refrigerator so I could see it every day because it makes me smile, and it makes me kind of realize, I have been, down in the muck sometimes, not doing so well, but keeping with a positive attitude and thinking, well, I've gotten out of all those jams okay before. I'm probably going to probably going to be okay and get out of this one too. So that's my inspiration. Is it silly? Sure, but it's funny, it's amusing, it puts a smile on my face. And every day when I walk out the door, I do a little glance at the fridge, especially if I'm not feeling real good. And I look at that, and that just 1%, that little day brightener, it helps. And I think I go out in the world and I'm having a tough day at work, and I just kind of sit there and stare out the window at the view and think, what are you so mad about? And it brings you back to baseline reality of, you know what, things are okay. And again, I know everybody isn't doing okay. If you're not okay, I'm not telling you that your feelings don't matter and your situation is imagined. Some people are having a really rough time, and my heart goes out to you, I promise you. I've been there. I've been in some really rough spots. If you've watched a lot of my videos, I tend to open up maybe a little bit too much about the rough things I've gone through in life. But I think if you just greet every day with a hope and a promise that everything's going to be okay and things are going to work out for you and you're going to get the things that you want in life, if you just go out there and do the absolute best you can and just try to be a good person and keep a good attitude, I honestly think things will unfold for you in ways that maybe you didn't even think about being possible, or a chance encounter, or honestly just somebody seeing you and seeing you as somebody who deserves their help, because you're not miserable. Even though you might need a helping hand, you're doing the best, and people like helping. I find helpful people are usually people with a positive attitude. Those helpful people are attracted to others with that same attitude. So again, I'm not talking about, the spiritual aspect of things. I'm talking about you meet somebody in a library, one's got a scowl on their face and one's got a smile. Who would you rather talk to? It's pretty simple that way. Thank you for joining me here today. Again, if you haven't done so already, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, know that you are very appreciated. Take care.